Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome back. We are joined by Ali in the studio. You've probably just seen her over on the main stage. Ali, a very warm welcome. Please introduce yourself if anybody wasn't watching that main stage session for any reason. Maybe they had a family emergency, but introduce yourself to the world. Tell us who you are.
Yeah, well, first of all, you missed out on the best session of the day. I am Ali Owen. I'm founder of Brixton Finishing School and the Ad Academy, which are award-winning, change-making products that get young talent from underserved communities into the creative industries.
Fantastic. So you've just been talking building the workforce of the future in today's challenging climate. And I know events, as an event planner, business owner, it's tough to get the workforce out there. How was it providing your insights up there?
Well, I think one of the challenges the event industry has is it may have a slightly fixed idea of what talent looks like. Having seen the exhibition today, and it's a brilliant day out, but a lot of people on the exhibition floor look and sound the same, and they're all pretty much the same age as well. So I think when people talk about a talent shortage, it's not necessarily a shortage of talent, it's just a shortage of talent that looks exactly how you traditionally want it to look.
That's an interesting insight. So what is it you think we as an industry we need to do to move forward to start attracting variety, let's say, in there? What is it you think we can do as an industry?
Well, I think it's making the events industry an actual welcoming home for all types of individual. I mean, on the stage we had Ash Ahmed from Changing Mindsets, who gave a really valuable perspective as a Muslim woman on her views of the industry. For example, she talked about a work event she went to during Ramadan where they insisted on doing the team dinner still when she was fasting. They could have waited an hour, but they chose to make her sit down at a dinner she couldn't eat.
Okay.
Yeah, and bear in mind that over 12% of the population of London is Muslim. So that's not an insignificant talent base. And also when you think about potential future consumers, I mean, when we get the 2021 census data, I've no doubt the Muslim market will be an even more attractive marketplace than it is today. So I think there's a lot of stuff around being more empathetic to people's position on faith, people's position on ability and disability. Troy Lee is the founder of Deaf Rave. He was talking about the lack of inclusion from a deaf point of view.
Okay.
And certainly from a gender-specific point of view.
Yeah.
I learned today that only 25% of the event industry at the top are female, which I found quite shocking. Considering, I imagine 52% of consumers of events are female.
That's interesting. Yeah, from my experience, I would have said the majority of people, like you say, in the management roles are female. But if that's what the data is, as I say, someone's gone out and done the study there. So
there you go.
Shocking figures. So it's very interesting to think about that inclusivity piece. As event planners moving forward and stuff, it's how do we, like you say, attract people? How do we make sure we got that diversification? And like you say, the massive opportunities moving forward as well if we get that piece right. So I think anybody looking to build businesses, some top tips, I would say an absolute gem there as well. So in terms of the show, have you had a chance to look around much of it at all, or did you go straight in and straight onto stage?
Yeah, I must admit it was a bit of a Hollywood walk on. I arrived on stage, but I am going to have a look around afterwards. I think it's really exciting. I used to work in technology. I used to work for some of the big tech brands like Meta, etc. And I used to do a lot of advertising tech. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what the latest innovations are in event tech. I imagine COVID has made people come up with some amazing ideas, and that's probably powered some of the innovations here today. And I'm also quite interested in the Metaverse, so that'll be interesting to find out more about.
Well, I'd say if you'd just been a bit early, you would have got the previous talk, which was all about the Metaverse. But they will be available at some point on Catch Up. So say if you want to look back on that and say it is a big topic, the Metaverse. What is it that you're particularly interested in? Is it just a knowledge piece, or do you have sort of plans to get in there and use it for a specific purpose?
One could argue the Metaverse would democratise people's access to events. But unfortunately, from the research we've looked at so far, the biases that people have in real life are passed over into the digital world. So, for example, when you talk about things like, I think, moving on to like NFTs, and they used to do, I think they do like little NFT. I'm no expert, so bear in mind this is me understanding what I've read.
Yeah.
There's little bits of people you can buy that look like you, and any of the kind of little avatars that were not white were priced lower than the white ones.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll say that's it's
unsurprising, I would
yeah,
argue, considering
it's
the state of the world.
It isn't in a
really
very
isn't.
in a strange
it's the
way.
same
So.
people. If you think about it, why wouldn't it not have the same problems we have on the outside?
Very true.
Yeah,
As a visual representation.
Yeah.
It's sad but true, sadly.
Well, and I think it's like, even though it's supposed to be a brave new world, it's designed by people from the old world. So I think it's the same things playing out, but in a virtual manner.
I say, hopefully, though, these are the issues. To say, people like yourself bring this to people's attention. Hopefully, we can create a better future for the industry, especially. And to say, this is the type of place. We have these discussions. We put these in people's minds, and it might literally. A conversation like this literally might change the future of the metaverse, the virtual world, and let's hope it's.
I like to think. I would hope I'm that powerful, but
well,
I doubt
you never
it.
know. You never know.
This could be the start of something amazing.
Absolutely. Let's say the only way we can have these conversations if you come down to EventTech Live here in London, get here in person, come talk to us. If these issues, are troubling you or similar issues, bring them to. These are the people in this room. These are the change makers, you know what I mean? These are the influencers, like you say, whether yourself, I'm sure you're super powerful and influential, but a lot of people, cumulatively together, in terms of the future events and technology, the people in this room are the ones who are going to shape the future. So fantastic. Well, it's been lovely speaking to you, Ali. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for taking part in the session earlier on. As I say, we'll be watching that back. I'm sure it'll be very fascinating. But for now, ladies and gents, we are going to go to another short break. We'll see you back here very soon.